So here's an example 2 where we're actually going to work with numbers. Find the sum of the series. In the series, we're going to go like this. We're going to say that S sub n is 5, and then negative 10 over 3, and then positive 20 over 9, and then negative 40 over 27, and by now you should get the idea, plus dot, 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 and I leave the general term here. So here's a series, and we need to evaluate the sum. Now, so far, we know how to evaluate the sum of series if it's a geometric series, because we have a nice compact formula for that. So the assumption is that we do have a geometric series. But if we do have if this series is a geometric series, we need two things. And what are these two things? Two parameters of two parameters, a good word. How the geometric series look like? Let's have another look at it. Here it is, right here. So what do we need in order to define the geometric series? Go ahead. A value for A and a value for R. Those are the two parameters that we need to determine. So for a geometric series, we're in search of these. So we're going to say that if the series is a geometric series, we need to identify A and R. Okay? So let's start with R. What is R? Well, R is the ratio, if you remember, of consecutive terms. Ratio of two consecutive terms. So in our case, let's pick up two consecutive terms. Well, let's pick up the first two. So it will be the ratio between 10 over 3 and 5. Okay? What is this ratio? It's negative 2/3. Well, let's verify. Okay, verify. Let's take the next two. R equals, let's do 20 over 9 divided by negative 10 over 3. The reason I want to do it is I want to take you back to middle school where you learn how to divide fractions, because even though it's Calc 2, it's a lot of times that's a lost art. So you multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal will be negative 3 over 10. Okay, so indeed you can see that you have 2 over 3 or negative 2 over 3. So indeed R equals negative 2 over 3. So check. What about A? Again, look at the structure of a geometric sequence or geometric series. What is the first term? If you go with n minus 1 as the power, the first term is A, and then A times R, A times R squared, and so forth. So what would be our A? Again, question to you guys. 5, exactly, the first term. So, and now, because we have R and we have A, we know that S sub n, because R is less than 1, or the absolute value of R is less than 1, let's write it. The absolute value of negative 2 over 3 is less than 1, we have a convergent series. Okay, and as such, we can calculate a over 1 minus r, or 5 over 1 minus negative 2, minus negative 2/3, like so. Okay, again, a little fraction action here. 5 over 3 minus negative 2 divided by 3, right? So what do you end up having? Here, 15 over 5 or 3. And that's really the answer. So looking at this, I don't know if you would have guessed that if you add all these oscillating numbers as we go positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, that this series will converge, the sum of this series will be 3. It's not that trivial. And it's not one of those things that you can say, oh yeah, that's what it is.